My name is Justin Collins. I was born in Memphis, Tennessee. Um, Moved to Birmingham when I was young and moved back to Memphis and now live in Alabaster, Alabama. Um, I have a beautiful wife, Rachel, and four great kids, Lexi, Ethan, Gage, and Banks. Um, Growing up as a child, I wasn't really involved in the church. My family weren't church-going people. Um, it wasn't an importance in our house. Sundays were for NASCAR. Um, so not my knowledge of the Bible and my discipleship was negligent, and same thing with my family. As I grew up, my mom and dad divorced. I went to live with my dad, and we still, church wasn't an importance. It just wasn't there. When I was 15, he passed away from a heart attack, and I came home from school, and he was dead. And even since then, I blamed God. That was who took my father from me. And after that, moving down here with my mom, kind of went down a wrong road, addiction and delinquency, and lots of bad choices. Continued on, still really didn't have God in my life. Continued to blame God. Got married, had a kid, got divorced, was a single father for years. Still not really putting my belief in God, and even at some points questioning God, and kind of felt like proving that God wasn't real. Was in a car wreck, broke my neck, had surgery to fuse my neck back together. Still just didn't think God was there. That didn't happen. Met my wife. We were married, and her family were very involved here at the church and always inviting us to church, and never really was interested, even to the point that probably brought my wife down a little bit because she wouldn't go because I didn't want to go. Years passed. My children weren't involved in the church. I wasn't involved. My wife wasn't involved. And we were having some troubles, and we're looking at divorce. And the last ditch effort I could come up with to try to save my marriage and bring my wife home was I asked her to go to church with me one Sunday, and she said yes, and so we did, and it lit up in my heart. And after that, continued going to church, this church, made this church my home, joined the church, was baptized here. After my baptism, I decided I wanted to learn more about the Bible and more about God, and so I started taking Disciple 1 with Clay, and really learned more about the Bible and just the basics of the Bible, almost start to finish. But it really kind of opened my eyes and opened my heart and my mind, and allowed me to kind of see the things in the Bible and the things from God that are in my everyday life that before I never really recognized. But I can still see them today, even after all those years, and God's word speaking to me through the Bible. After that, I moved into the next Bible study season. I decided I wanted to take another discipleship course, so I continued and decided to go with Disciple 3, once again with Clay. And even still then, continued to learn more and learn more about my faith and more about my relationship with God, the struggles that were outlined in the Bible, matching similar struggles that I had in my life, and seeing how God was there to rescue them, and recognizing how God had rescued me as well.